What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you guys doing? Happy Saturday. As you all can see, we're starting a little bit early today because we got a marathon on Candice coming up later. Candice, girl, you might want to look over your shoulder. Tiffany Henyard trying to take your place. Y'all, super stupid. I know you can hear me, Helfer. When did you become MAGA? Yeah, this is unbelievable. Girl, when did you become MAGA? I'm not very political, you all. I remain neutral when it comes to the politics and all because that is the beauty of, being me. I can be neutral and have a beautiful blend of supporters that are both Democrats and Republicans, conservatives and liberals, and it is what it is. Everybody's free to do and be who they are. But I just what is the deal with Tiffany he and I was saying I'm not only going to be a Republican, I'm going to go all the way there to MAGA. And you think that Trump supporters are just going to say, "Yeah, come on in." No, they see what you're trying to do, girl. They see what you're trying to do. They've already dealt with that with Candace Owens. Y'all, what's going on? So we got to check out some content today. I'll play a video, you all. Shout out to all of you all. Let's get the comments in first. How y'all doing, sweet DJ Melinda? Shout out to you all. Oh, and I want to thank THG for the Cash App that was sent to me. And I want to make sure because when I do the Cash Apps, I try my best not to say you all's like real name. I don't because I never want to ever do that to you all. So y'all just let me know when you send them. Hey, you say my name or here's my YouTube name, okay? But I got a cash out from Rosetta. Thank you so much, honey. From TH God. Thank you so much for the cash out. And then I have one here. I don't want to say the name, but I have another that came from it's a $5 super. So I mean a $5 cash app. So let me know. I see a regular name. Let me know if you want me to say it. If not, just send me over an email or something with your YouTube name, and I'll just say your YouTube name and give you a shout out. But I got 3 cash apps, and I just want to thank you guys so much for that support because I do forget to give you guys, my gratitude when it comes to the cash apps because I may not even look at my phone or get a notification or anything about them. So I want to thank all of you all, especially for my birthday. You guys really blessed me on my birthday, and I just want to thank you all so much. Um, and like I said, K is my name. Rosetta. Okay, we got a couple in that came in. Oh man, and I don't want to. Someone sent me a $50 cash app. Oh my god, for my birthday. Let me know if who you are. If if you know what you sent, let me know who you are. The conservative from conservative sent me cash apps. So I just want to thank you, Kogo sent cash apps. Thank you all so much for the cash apps. Just let me know what your YouTube profile is. If you want me to say your regular name, let me know. But I won't put people out like that. I don't want to do that. So thank you guys so much for the support. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you come in. Thank you guys for the memberships, for all the supers. And if you want to continue to support the channel, the cash app is scrolling below supers, memberships, all of those things goes towards the financial support of this channel and the expenses of the channel itself, the StreamYard, the Lord, this Xfinity bill. It's such a headache, y'all. I just gotta be honest. Xfinity is a headache. But either way, for the internet, all those things that go towards creating this great content for you all. Thank you guys so much for the support here in the LLC. Let's get to this. So, super stupid Tiffany Henyard. And I say that with, love and just because she makes dumbass decisions. Decided to move to Atlanta, Fulton County, and tried to run as a Fulton County commissioner of some sort. Now as a Republican, a MAGA Republican. And she actually thinks she's going to get votes. So, of course, her address, her residency is being challenged. Now, she's on the ballot. However, what's being challenged is what are they considering to be residency? When she sent over the documents for her lease, it was during the time she was still in the mayoral position all the way in Illinois. So she claimed to have residency in two different places at the same time while serving in an elected position, two different elected positions up in the state of Illinois. Does that make sense? So, of course, that created a ruckus because now the question is how can you claim permanent residency in Fulton County using a lease that you signed with the day and timestamp, the date that is also the same date you were still the mayor and supervisor up there in Illinois? I mean, when I say stupid decisions, it's stupid decisions. Now, personally, I think she's doing all of this because she wants to fundraise. Period. It's part of her gimmick. She wants to fundraise. What better way to do it is to say, I'm running for an elected position, give me money. But she's eyeing that $1 billion budget that's sitting with that Fulton County position. Because at the end of the day, that's what it pretty much comes down to. Because why else would she do something knowing she's going to lose? The only win she can get out of this is being able to fundraise and to be able to generate some money. Because see here, the FBI is also closing in on her. They've gotten two of her lackeys, the former chief and Keith Freeman, with his clown ass. So we're going to be going over those in two separate live streams about the FBI plea deals that they've taken and do a little breakdown on that, just so you all can understand the shitstorm that's about to come her way. Running for an elected position does not spare you from the FBI investigation. So the only other real true motive in this could just be her trying to fundraise and get as much money as she can. It's that simple. They're not going to come up with plea deals for two of her lackeys unless they had pivotal information that was of great use in a larger investigation. Otherwise, they would prefer to just, the FBI would just prefer that you get the maximum time that they recommend to the prosecutor and that you go to prison for many, many years to come. Either way, it's a win-win for them. So now that they secured plea deals out of her former police chief and her little lackey right-hand man, Keith Freeman, who was a whole simp, now they can get the evidence they need to really hone in on her. Because they have to cooperate in order to have that plea deal be maintained. Does that make sense? So now she wants to run for Fulton County Commission. Girl. So we're going to check out part of a hearing where she was supposed to show her ass up. And of course she didn't. She didn't even go to the hearing. And this was on April 9th, 2 days ago. How do you not go to the hearing where they're talking about your residency? I'm not going to play this whole thing, but this is from the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections meeting that was held. And what they ended up doing was continuing the hearing because she claimed she didn't know about it. But all of this is in the news, though. She didn't know anything about it, but it's all in the news. Make that make sense? It's so crazy. So I want to get to the part where they talk about her. And we're going to get some more comments in right quick. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all, this is something else. Why would she come to Atlanta with all this bullshit? Like Tiffany Henyard. Why couldn't you just go to any other city in the United States of America if you're going to pull this stunt? Who promised you something down here? It's, Oh, we got to get rid of Fannie Willis. And Fannie Willis hired a judge who was removed from the bench, Shamila Williams. Fannie Willis hired that corrupted judge to now be a prosecutor. You can't make this up. We gotta get rid of Fannie Willis. She gotta go. Let's see here. Yeah, I should have did a time step on this. I just want to get to that part there. They talked about a whole lot in this meeting, and I could care less about. Uh, okay, so they got some new laws and blah blah blah, and all this other stuff they're trying to put out, and oh Lord. Okay, and then they get to her at some point. Okay, so here's where they start really talking about her. So we're gonna check this out, and then um I do believe something happened with one of the trustees up there. Someone died. Did I hear that correctly? I saw the news on it. Christopher Gonzalez had a heart attack and died. Now you can't make this stuff up. Melinda, thank you so much. Rosetta, thank you so much. What's going on, Miss Kogo? How you doing? Saint, shout out to my mods, you all. I appreciate you guys so much for having my back and holding it down up in here in the LLC. Let's see here. I wanted to get a few more comments in before we get started. Everybody speak to everybody. Prima Donna is up in here. What's going on? Let's see here. Francisca's up in here. Shout out to you. Colleen up in here. Effortlessly. How you doing? What's going on? And shout out to My Chaos Brew for the support as well. Y'all make sure you go check her out. Yes, I did. That's what I was just saying, Saint. Christopher Gonzalez had a heart attack and died. We're gonna check out that video after this. This is so crazy. I'm like, he came back from vacation and had a heart, and it was just like that. That's all the news said. Y'all, it's got to be something else behind that. What's going on, Hell Slayer? Okay. Cooper said, "Why don't skeletons fight? Because they don't have the guts." Yeah, that's so funny. Oh man, Jay went over this, and she isn't still mayor, and she's still mayor. Yeah, he went over this too. I saw his video on it. What Ty? I don't know. What's going on, Jay Clips? How you doing? Miss Independent over there listening in the bush. Shout out to you, Ben. What's going on? Camille Reed, how you doing? I always see some old faces come up in here. How you doing? Now she got booted out as mayor. Yeah, she was outvoted. And then she tried to be a write-in as supervisor of Thornton Township. And then that was like, hell no. And then they end up with Napoleon football head. But whatever. That's my feelings and thoughts on them. But at the end of the day, when she tried to claim residency in Fulton County, she was still serving in the mayoral and supervisory role. And they're basing it on the date she signed her lease, because she didn't get her driver's license changed over until this year, February. But she's trying to utilize her lease as that evidence to prove that she had permanent residency in Fulton County. But you can't claim permanent residency in any county while you're still serving in an elected position in another state. And that is according to Georgia law. So if you're thinking about running for a position, what they count as residency is permanent residency here in the state of Georgia for 12 months, or especially in Fulton County for 12 months prior to you being elected to serve in that role. Does the residency count the day she signed the lease when she was still serving as a mayor and supervisor? That is the question. And that is what they are going to have to iron out with the attorney for Fulton County to figure out how much of this residency would count. It wouldn't come down to 12 months. If she doesn't fulfill that requirement, then she would not be eligible. That's what it comes down to. So if you have not been a permanent resident for 12 months, you're not going to be qualified or eligible. And if she can't prove that she had permanent residency for 12 full months, then regardless of her being on the ballot right now, it's not going to count. But you cannot say you were a permanent resident of Fulton County, a resident of Fulton County, while you were still serving, actively serving in a mayoral role in another state. It's so stupid. That's why I keep calling her super stupid. It is stupid decisions like that. And it's like, why didn't you just wait until you were no longer the mayor? They had already voted you out and then signed the lease. Don't you think that would make more sense? And then sign a lease. Like rushing to do all of this crap. And for what? Makes no sense. She could have waited 6 good months, been a permanent resident, and then ran and still lost because she's still going to lose. I mean, I don't know any MAGA Republicans that are just going to vote for her like that. Switching parties over like this does nothing but give people the side eye on you because they know you're not genuinely trying to be, a Republican or a MAGA supporter. Period. Candace Owens has pissed half of them off and they're all sick of it. These fake undercover Democrats and liberals trying to now claim to be MAGA supporters and conservatives just to secure a position. They're not going to vote for you for that. And I don't have to be a MAGA. I don't have to be any of that to see crystal clear what she's trying to do. So she's not going to win because she doesn't have the votes. And that's what it comes down to. It's the same thing I said about her last year when she was trying to run for mayor and be a write-in for a supervisor. She didn't have the votes, and she doesn't have them here. And she's running in a district where it's heavily Democrat. She doesn't have the votes either way. So the only thing that she could get out of this is to be able to fundraise for this election, knowing she's not going to win. More than likely, the residency requirement will not be fulfilled because you cannot be a mayor in a different state trying to claim permanent residency in Fulton County and then think that that residency is going to count for you to become Fulton County commissioner. No. There are others. There are others. Whatever. But she could have waited. She could have allowed all of that to fall in place where it's not questionable. But, it's the stupidity of it all for me. It was just a stupid decision to do that. And then to try to get over on people as if everybody's supposed to be dumber than her. Like, you can't make this up. Yeah. Care if you don't kick rock, super stupid. So, yeah, that's kind of, where we at now. What's going on, Noah? How you doing, honey? How's everything going? Hope everything is well with you. I did look up the residence laws for Georgia. They still have her on the ballot and mailed out absentees. Yes, she is on the ballot, but her residency is what's being challenged. But she is on the ballot as a Republican. And it's unfortunate that she was uncontested for that primary. So there was no primary for the Republicans because she's the only one running as a Republican. So, it's very unfortunate. I wish somebody would have challenged her, but it's crazy. There are people that just downvote and don't watch news or media, so they are just uninformed. If she still gets 5 votes, she will win the primary. Yeah. And then she'll have to go up against the Democrat in November. So that's the crazy part about it. What's going on? Two State Johnson, she should run for Congress. I mean, whatever she runs for, she needs to do things the right way for once and stop playing these dumb games. It's so crazy. Her reputation, thanks to her, is ruined. Yeah. Shout out to you, Juju. All right, y'all ready to watch this? Let's check this out. Hit the fold when you can see and hear. Let's go.
Advised last night that the person, the candidate, Miss Henyard, contacted the department and said that she had not received adequate notice, that she had found out about it from seeing a TV program or something like that. It was reported on the news, and that's when she was aware of it, and she would like to see if we could continue it. I think that if we did not send it in a manner in which that we alerted her, we did not call her, from what I understand, to tell her what the date was, but she received an email. But I know I'm in support of giving both procedural and substantive due process to a candidate. Plus, the law, from what I understand from last week, when we had our hearing, it's subjective intent, and she was unable to be here on such late notice to
Subjective
present
intent.
for herself, and we would need, I believe, the candidate for subjective intent. We also, from what I understand from our attorneys, we had suggested and said what things we wanted subpoenaed, but we have not gotten all of those. And so, Attorney Pashuta, can you speak to what we received and what we haven't received?
Yeah, so there are several other pieces outstanding that I had requested. We did receive the voting history from Illinois. That was one of the things we requested. We did receive a certified copy of that from the Cook County Clerk. So if you do postpone it.
The subjective intent thing is so annoying, because you're talking about, what was her state of mind and what did she believe and feel. If she saw this in a television show, right, then she's already admitted that she was made aware, that she had knowledge of it. Trying to say that we're, going on this subjective intent based on how she felt at the time would be adequate, notice. We'll be at this all day. Like, if you give that type of person that leverage to say, subjective intent wise, she feels or believes she did not have enough time to come to a hearing where she's doing nothing else. I'm sorry, what's her job? Last time I heard, it was her running a store with some clothes. So if she got a notice 2 or 3 days ahead of time for this hearing, and she has already been requested to provide discovery, that's how they got a copy of her lease. How much more of a notice do you need? Either you're going to go or you're not going to go, girl. Super stupid is still doing dumb shit. So they want to go on the subjective intent. And then she comes back for the next hearing and then says, well, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared. We'll be at this all day. She will find reasons to try to delay and prolong this. And for what? Good grief. We can't be this soft. She's not going to win either way. All this shit, for what? For nothing. For her to just fundraise. Knowing she's still not going to beat the Democrat. She's not going to beat him. She doesn't have the votes. I've said this last time. You don't have the votes, Carol. So why waste time and money like this? It's like, I want my name out there. I want to be back in the news cycle again. Maybe she misses the attention of everybody talking about her on YouTube. Oh, super stupid. But why go through all of this if you know at the end of the day, I'm not going to win, but whatever. My good Lord, either you meet the requirement for the residency or you don't. You've already given them a copy of your lease, which brings about more questions than answers. What are we doing? She's wasting everybody's damn time for no reason. Again.
That would give me some time to be able to follow up on some of those other items that we did not receive.
Lord have mercy.
But I do think also that the candidate should be here, even just for due process purposes, and because part of that residency review is to weigh intent as well, and we would need to hear that from her.
Do we have the lease that we had asked for either?
Her intent is, I want to win this and, manage $1 billion budget. What more does she need to say? I'm doing this for the money. Super stupid. You might as well just be honest about it. You're definitely not hiding anything dumb that you're doing. It's so obvious to see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get in this position thinking it's going to spare you from the feds, and it's not. Judges have gone to jail. Have you not noticed? can't make this up. We need to hear her intent of what? Lying about saying that she had permanent residency in Fulton County? What intent do we need to hear from her? When you lie like hell, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Just go to the meeting or not. Either way, we're still going to talk about it and then laugh at you, girl. Can't make this up.
No, I've not received that. That's one of the items that I need to follow up on.
Okay. Any other members? Member Crawford, then Member Adams.
What time frame do you need do you anticipate to get the information?
I would not want to put it out too far just because of the election coming up. I mean, I can follow up tomorrow. I would at least, because some of these we also made via Open Records Act requests, and I have not heard back on those. But I would say mid to late next week. But I also want to have it as soon as possible, and I don't know if the candidate gave you any indication of when she might be available or not.
No,
her unavailability was noticed and having to leave work and finding out at the last minute and being able to be here and also arrange, I believe it was childcare or something like that as well. But
Kamal can't pick up her daughter. He's here with her. Like they run a store, a clothing store. They can close it at any time. I thought she was balling like that. She didn't really need a job. This is her job, is permanently trying to be elected for something. Because her just filling out an application and doing a 9 to 5 is just not going to ever happen. So Kamal can't pick up the baby from school. And he's doing what now? They run a store they own, allegedly. So they can close it at any time. So he can't run the store, close it, go pick her up from school while she goes to this hearing. So then that'll be her excuse for this time. The next time she doesn't show up, what's going to be excuse then? It's going to be one excuse after another, after another, after another. Have they not paid attention to anything she did in Thornton Township or in Dalton? Did they miss all of that for 4 years? Did any of these women ever see any news reporting of Tiffany Henyard doing all the shenanigans she did in Dalton and in Thornton Township? Is it their first day here on Earth? Y'all, these are aliens from outer space. They're not real people. You can't make this up.
Member Adams has a question as well.
Yes. I understood at our last meeting. Whoa,
oh, God.
I understood at our last meeting that we had given her notice that we were discussing it at the last meeting. Is that correct?
No, we had told her that we would give her notice of the date because that's when we scheduled the date, was the last meeting.
No, we were told that she was given notice of last week's meeting.
So
she wasn't to be there then.
She was told that we were discussing it, but we also told her we would follow up with a hearing date. That did not happen. The email did not go through, so we do need to give her. We're required to give her 3-day notice of a hearing, and that did not occur. That's why we asked for we told the chair that we would like for them to continue.
Okay, so I'm assuming from what you've said, she didn't listen to last week's meeting.
I would say she's not required to. We are required to give her notice of a hearing, and that's what we did not do.
And we do have her phone number, email address, physical address. We have ways to communicate with her.
Yes, we do, and we did not send that hearing notice properly.
What?
Okay, I think she's had a lot of notice. And
Thank you.
She didn't give any.
Oh my God, who's this woman here? Who this woman, Harpo? Harpo, who this woman? Who this woman? Oh, let me go back. Because this woman right here, oh, she's the star of the show. Who this woman? Did y'all catch her name? Who this woman, Harpo? Not that one. Not her. I'm sorry. I'm trying to scroll back a little bit to catch her name. Hold on. Let me go back. Because oh my God, she is nailing it.
And said that she had not received adequate notice, that she had found out about it from seeing a TV program or something like that. It was reported on the news. And that's when she was aware of it. And she would like to see if we could continue it. I think that if we did not send it in a manner in which that she we alerted her. We did not call her, from what I understand, to tell her what the date was, but she received an email. But I know I'm in support of giving both procedural and substantive due process to a candidate. Plus, the law, from what I understand from last week, when we had our hearing, it's subjective intent, and she was unable to be here on such late notice to present for herself, and we would need, I believe, the candidate for subjective intent. We also, from what I understand from our attorneys, we had suggested and said what things we wanted subpoenaed, but we have not gotten all of those. And so, Attorney Pashuta, can you speak to what we received?
She can afford attorneys, though.
Yeah, so there are several other pieces outstanding that I had requested. We did receive the voting history from Illinois. That was one of the things.
She can afford attorneys, but she can't afford to take off work or close down the clothing store and have Kamal pick up the daughter. Is that what I'm hearing? She has to be told that she has to come to a hearing for a position she decided to run for because her residency is questionable. And all of a sudden, I need a notice to take off work. I can't do this last minute, but you can afford attorneys. What you mean? Tell him, look, close the store. I'm heading to this hearing. The end. What is the issue here with her getting to a hearing? Why did she dodge these things? But when questions come up about it, she want to, oh, they're attacking me. They're hating on me. They don't want me to succeed. What's going to be the excuse now? Y'all, it's the Democrats. They're after me. But you didn't take your dumb ass to this meeting, though, to this hearing, where you had the opportunity to give your subjective intent. She has no idea what that is, by the way. That she learns it from me. She has no idea what subjective intent is. But either way, girl, you can Google it. Super stupid. You didn't go to the hearing. Why? Why didn't you just go in and explain yourself? Just tell them exactly what you're doing. Give them the documentation they're asking for. Why is this so difficult? Once again, something so simple is being made difficult because she's not cooperating and she's not going to the meeting. And now she wants to sit here and cry victim, talking about, I didn't get a notice. I found out watching a television program. Girl, you are out of your damn mind. You watch the news and you're on social media all day, every day, trying to see who's talking about you. Because super stupid Tiffany Henyard is a narcissist who enjoys this attention. There is no way she has no idea that this has come up and that they're questioning her residency when she sent them a copy of her lease. Make it make sense? She sent them a copy of her lease. So she knew they have been questioning her residency prior to April 9th. She would not have sent them anything if she was not aware of what was going on. The fact that she sent them documentation is an indication that she was well aware that they were questioning her residency to determine her eligibility to run for this position. She gave them a copy of her lease. They were able to get a voting record. She knows that they're questioning this. So all of a sudden, she doesn't know what's going on. Once again, she thinks she's the smartest person in the room. Super stupid. It's not. She's an idiot who thinks that everyone else is dumber than her. That's the narcissism here. That has nothing to do with her being smart. You can't make this up.
We did receive a certified copy of that from the Cook County clerk. So if you do postpone it, that would give me some time to be able to follow up on some of those other items that we did not receive. But I do think also that the candidate should be here, even just for due process purposes, and because part of that residency review is to weigh intent as well, and we would need to hear that from her.
Do we have the lease that we had asked for, either a certified copy?
No, I've not received that. That's one of the items that I need to follow up on.
Okay. Any other members? Member Crawford, then Member Evans.
What time frame do you need do you anticipate to get the information?
I would not want to put it out too far just because of the election coming up. I mean, I can follow up. How much time do you need, girl? At least, because some of these we also made via open records at requests. and I have not heard back on those. But I would say mid to late next week. But, I also want to have it as soon as possible, and I don't know if the candidate gave you any indication of when she might be available or not.
If they wait for her, they'll be waiting
unavailability
forever.
was noticed and having to leave work and finding out at the last minute and being able to be here and also arrange, I believe it was childcare or something like that as well.
It's a last minute thing. God, super stupid is still lying like hell. Her lies are so dumb. Not required to listen. You think she would, though? She is listening. That's the thing. She is listening. Oh, she's not required to listen, but she is listening. She literally told on herself when she said that she heard about this watching the news. And now all of a sudden she's not required to listen. Y'all hear these people have got to be from another planet. Oh, man. Oh, this is mind-numbing, y'all. It's mind-numbing. Y'all hit the like button as you come in here. Tanya said that's Tiffany's help right there. Yo, what's going on, Canadian chick? How you doing? This should have been resolved before the ballots were printed. Exactly. What are they doing? The news station came to her house. Thank you, Melinda. She found out watching the news. She literally told on herself. But one of these weird ass women talking about, oh, she's not required to listen. What? I have never heard that in my entire life. Oh, she's not required to listen. What the hell? There are a lot of things she's not required to do. She's not required to take her next breath, but she does. She's not required to eat, but she does. Like, what are we talking about? That's like saying she's not required to go to the bathroom. But she does. Like, what are we talking about? What kind of excuse is that?
But Member Adams has a question as well.
Yes. I understood at our last meeting.
Her name's Adams.
I understood at our last meeting that we had given her notice that we were discussing it at the last meeting. Is that correct?
No,
That is correct.
we had told her that we would give her notice of the date because that's when we scheduled the date was the last meeting.
No, we were told that she was given notice of last week's meeting.
So
she wasn't to be there then.
She was told that we were discussing it, but we also told her we would follow up with a hearing date. That did not happen.
Is this her attorney? Who is this woman here? Because Member Adams is about to go in. And it's almost like this is such a small situation. Well, we're not talking about a murder trial here. Her getting notice for a murder trial hearing. No, this is a residency challenge for her running for a position to become Fulton County Commissioner. Who is this woman here that's trying to defend her? Because I mean, it's so minute. Her responses are like a wordplay salad. It's all it is. It's a word salad. No, we told her we would get back to her about when the meeting was going to be, but yet she's following the news, and she found out about this watching the news. You all have her phone number, her email. News station went to her house, so they have her address. And you all mean to tell me that all three ways to communicate and get information to her, you all utilized none of those methods? You just told her we would call you back and let you know a date. What the F? But she found out about the hearing watching the news. Who is this woman here? Oh.
The email did not go through, so we do need to give her. We're required to give her 3-day notice of a hearing.
You could call,
and that did not occur. That's why we asked we told the chair that we would like for them to continue.
Okay, so I'm assuming from what you've said, she didn't listen to last week's meeting.
I would say she's not required to. We are required to give her notice.
No, but she has listened to it because that's what she said. That's how she found out. Who is this clown? Oh my God, we got to be careful who we're voting for, people. We have to be careful who we're voting for. Vote for competency, please. Not bullshit like this, because this woman here is throwing out the entire kitchen sink of dumbass excuses. She's not required to listen, but she is listening. I don't give a damn if she's required or not. So she can't come in here and say, I didn't know about this at all. after she's already said she heard about this watching the news. Plus, you didn't try to call her. You emailed her. That didn't go through. Why does she not have a valid email on file if she's running for an elected position? What are we talking about here? So you're not competent enough to say to her, hey, the email address that we have here is coming back invalid, but you're trying to run for Fulton County Commissioner. Why don't you have a valid email address on file? Super stupid. You are still stupid. And I want you to know that. And I say that with love. You're an idiot. You're a complete moron. And you're trying to pull these same shit stunts in Fulton County in the city of Atlanta now. And it's unfortunate that women like this are sitting here giving her excuses when she could be there in person saying these same dumb things herself. So Tiffany, here you couldn't get your ass over to this hearing and just say all this dumb crap yourself out of your own mouth. Why do you need other grown women to speak for you? You're a coward. You need other people to speak for you to say these dumbass things. At the very least, put on a show, put on that hot pink flamingo suit, and come down here and say these same dumb things, and at least let us laugh at you while you're saying it.
Of a hearing. And that's what we did not do.
And we do have her phone number, email address, physical address. We have ways to communicate with her.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And we did not send that hearing notice properly.
Okay.
Oh,
You know,
just the incompetency. of me.
she's had a lot of notice.
Yep.
And she didn't give any indication on when she wanted this meeting?
It's not up to her to give the indications when she wanted the meeting. The reason why Director Williams is saying that she was not required to attend last week is because last week was when we were to set a hearing to tell her when to attend.
Right.
She wasn't required to be at our special called meeting. What she was told, I believe, and Director Williams, you can correct this, is that there was going to be a special called meeting where we would determine the date that she was to appear.
Yes, that's correct.
And so we had that meeting. We let her know about it, and she wasn't interested enough to watch it. I know she's not required to be there. She's not required to watch.
Oh, member Adams. Oh, bravo. One brave soul comes forward and tells it like it is. I like this woman. I like this woman. This is so crazy. Do you understand? All of this is over a hearing to challenge her residency for Fulton County Commissioner, not President of the United States, or even Governor, or even Mayor of Atlanta. Nope, Fulton County Commissioner. Oh, Lord have mercy. With a budget of about $1 billion. So, I mean, we clearly see that she's trying to eye for the prize. Yeah, the leprechaun is waiting at the end of the rainbow. So it's for her to get some money, get her hands on some money. But no one's in the mood. And member Adams is clearly not. Oh, I love this lady. She's awesome. This is what's so crazy. She still is not trying to, they're not understanding. We had so many ways to communicate with her. Y'all could have called her, you could have emailed her, all this stuff. She's watching, even though she's not required, but she is. The same thing I just said. A lot of things you could say she's not required to do, but she's doing it. So what the hell are we talking about? She's a grown-ass woman. Take your ass to the hearing, Tiffany Henyard, and give them your subjective intent, blah, blah, blah. We're going to report on it and laugh at you. And let's keep moving. Let's keep living. The earth will continue to revolve around the sun. Her sitting here trying to create this chaos and confusion over, I was not notified of the date that you all were going to set for the hearing. What do you mean? Just go to the damn hearing, dingus. Go to the hearing. If you want to run for this position, why are you making it difficult for yourself? It makes no sense. Just take your ass to the hearing. You got all these other incompetent women speaking for you, Tiffany Henyard. Go speak for yourself. Go to the hearing. If this is important to you, you want to get your hands on that $1 billion budget, take your ass to the hearing. Come with all your documentation. The same shit stuff she pulling from Thornton and Dalton, coming down here to the South. No one's in the mood. Member Adams is not in the mood.
And we can't presume to know what the candidate knew or did not know. So I want to be careful we don't make aspersions about she didn't care or she didn't watch it, because we don't know. All we can go on is what we were told, and that was that she did not receive notice and found out from a TV program yesterday.
Right. She found out from a TV program yesterday. So she's watching. So you can't say we don't know what she's watching or not. She told on herself. She told you what she's watching. She told you that she found out from a TV program. So she is clearly watching this stuff. She's watching the news. She sees what's going on. That's what Member Adams is saying. Whether she's required to watch it or not is irrelevant. It's a moot point. The other lady didn't even have to say that. It didn't make her sound smart at all. It sounds stupid. No one asks if she's required to watch TV. We don't give a damn. It's the fact that she said herself that she found out from a TV program. And she still chose to not come down here. She doesn't have a regular 9 to 5. She doesn't have to put in time with her boss to take PTO. She can just close up the clothing shop or tell Kamal, you're a grown man. I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to this hearing, kick rocks, and go pick up the baby. Bye. See you for dinner. Well, how hard is that? They're making this so complicated for nothing. Y'all, God, this is so crazy. You can't make this up. Hi, Angie. How you doing, honey? Those others need to be fired for not doing their job. It's like they're doing it intentionally. Exactly. We didn't tell her. We didn't call her. It's our bad. Okay, well, you could have called her, though. But why didn't you just call her or email her again? Why didn't you call her and say your email address sucks? You need to give us a new one. We can't take you seriously if you're trying to run for Fulton County Commissioner and you can't give us a valid email address. Care if you don't kick rocks? And yet they're sitting here like, well, we're taking the hit because it's our fault for not picking up a phone and calling. We didn't do anything. We did nothing. Good grief. Why are you here? So they should be fired, is what they're saying. Y'all, they're admitting this on television. Y'all understand this? What's happening? They're admitting all of this on TV.
Okay. I think that we need to schedule a special meeting. So this will be the second special meeting for her. And I think that, there needs to be clarity at some point. This will be our third meeting about the same thing.
Exactly.
And so I don't know if anyone has any proposed times to do it next week.
Member Selby.
Well, I agree with Member Adams, but I had a few more questions. The statement that we did not give proper notice, where is the process for notice set forth in the code? Is it?
So it's not in the section related to qualifications, but when you look at other sections of the election code, like when the board evaluates, there's a question about whether someone's a qualified elector, if there's a challenge to an elector, those all discuss about 3 days written notice of the date, time, and place of hearing.
Okay.
So since this is also reviewing essentially residency and qualifications, I believe we should use those same requirements that are in those other sections of the code.
And so
But there's no code, though. So he can make the argument, but there's no code regarding challenging someone's residency and requirements. So we're not obligated to say a damn thing at all. And if we went to court on this, the judge would agree with us. If you want something like that specified, you need to pass an ordinance. It should be added to the codes. It should be a codified ordinance added to the election codes on how to handle notices when you're challenging requirements for residency or anything like that. It should be plain and clear. This is the same issues that occurred up there in Dalton and Thornton. So now, if they were to go to court, the special counselor would have to utilize what she's trying to hint at is, well, there's, other references like case law, in other situations where we went along with the 72-hour period. Yeah, but there's nothing saying we have to give her 72 hours for this particular challenge. You're just saying that you're following that, but is it legally required and mandated? If he really wanted to get sassy with it, he could. It's not our fault that there's no code for this. So we really didn't know her shit. Y'all, you can't make this up. There's no special code in the election codes for this. So we didn't really owe her 72 hours of a notice. If she found out the day before from a TV program, well, that's notice. Technically, because you don't have anything codified saying anything otherwise. We're not obligated to follow what has been procedurally done in other scenarios, because those other scenarios could have nuances that may not be the exact same thing. This is where it gets tricky when it comes to matters of law. But this is where they can also push back and say, we're not going to keep doing this. Like Member Adams said, this would be the third special hearing. How many more special meetings do we need? Is this girl dumb? Can she read and write? Obviously, she's watching TV programs. Then she needs to come to the next meeting. Here it is. We will write it out let's write it out on a board and post it up. She'll see it. Tiffany, you want to be treated like a 5-year-old. Girl, if you don't grow up and get on somewhere.
We did send an email, correct?
Good grief.
I'll defer to staff.
Right. So again, this person was qualified by the Republican Party. We were able to get the information for her contact information. We advised her. We reached out to her when the challenges came up about getting a lease and things of that nature. She did send that. But
she sent the lease, but you didn't get her email address and her phone number. She sent the lease. How is it that when you emailed her, it came back invalid? Either you're lying, heifer, or you did none of those things. Which one is it? She said that she sent an email, it came back invalid. Now you're saying she sent you a lease. Y'all see this? This is where it came in. The lease came into the play. Because the special counsel didn't have it. That's the other lady over here is talking. This lady here is a special counsel. She said she didn't get it. But the other lady that's talking got the copy of the lease. So if she sent a copy of a lease, it would have had to come from an email, wouldn't it not? And you mean to tell me the same email address where the lease came from, you tried to reach out to her about this meeting and it came back invalid? How convenient. How convenient is that? Yeah, sometimes if we have to put up the caption so we can read this stuff, because sometimes hearing these things being said is so wild and so stupid. It's like, I can't believe what I'm hearing, and I have to read it. And I'm like, this person actually did say that. We had to go back on this, y'all. I want y'all to hear this again. It's close.
But when you look at other sections of the election code, like when the board evaluates, there's a question about whether someone's a qualified elector, or if there's a challenge to an elector.
They don't have
those
to look
all
at other
discuss
portions of the
about
election
3 days
codes.
written notice of the date, time, and place of hearing.
Okay.
So since this is also reviewing essentially residency and qualifications, I believe we should use those same requirements.
That's what you believe, but that's not standard. That's not something that they're required to do. What should be done is, okay, well, I would advise you all to pass some election codes, get it codified, and have some ordinances passed to where that's established, because we don't need this to be challenged in a court of law. And then special counsel here has to try to explain to this judge why she's using other scenarios in other portions of election codes to try to apply it to this scenario where it may not even be applicable. Y'all, this is so ridiculous. It's not even funny. It's like they're using other codes to try to make this fit. For what? This is so stupid.
That are in those other sections of the code.
And so we did send an email, correct?
I'll defer to staff.
right. So again, this person was qualified by the Republican Party. We were able to
It's a yes
get
or no
the information
question.
for her
We did send an email, correct? Yes or no? That's it. What is this woman doing? Who is this woman? Who this woman, Hoppo?
contact information. We advised her. We reached out to her when the challenges came up about.
So yes, you reached out to her. Y'all hear that? He asked, we did send an email. Somehow she got qualified as a Republican. Y'all, is she? I know, right? Y'all, this is crazy. That's just basic to even show up. She could have just shown up. She knew about it from a TV program. They don't have an election code that says they must give her a notice. They're just using other codes, which they don't have to legally do. And this woman just said that they reached out to her. So the answer is yes. You communicated with her. You emailed her. And you know how she responded. She sent back a copy of a lease. Jesus, take the wheel. Y'all, what the heck? I know, right? Jesus said qualified as a Republican? Yes, they qualified her as a Republican. And as a MAGA supporter. Oh, Trump is still going to ignore you, Tiffany. He is not stunned you at all, girl. I don't even have to be a Trump supporter to say that. He's like, no, I'm the only one who's going to use my name to get things. You're out of your mind. He doesn't even want Candace Owens doing that crap. How long has she been claiming to be a conservative? Yes. Candace, you got some competition. Tiffany Henyard down here trying to do things as a MAGA supporter. You might want to handle that, Candace. Handle that. She's your competition now. You can't make this up. She's using this Republican title just to get into a position to get her hands on $1 billion budget. That's so obvious. And these people are helping her do it for some dumb reason. They're using other election codes they don't have to legally use. This woman is sitting here going back and forth with whether or not she communicated with her. One moment, I emailed her, it came back invalid. Another instance, I emailed her, we reached out to her, and, we told her this, and she sent back a lease. Is the email valid or not? He's asking direct, simple yes or no questions. Her answer is so convoluted with all this word salad. It's just stupid. It makes you think she's in cohorts with Tiffany Henyard to try to get over on this. And for what? To still lose in November because you're trying to run in a Democrat-driven district where they're not going to vote for your ass. What the hell is wrong with you? So you just want to get your name out there as being a sore loser 3 times? It'll be the 3rd loss. How many more losses do you need for it to be a lucky charm? It'll be the 3rd major loss she's taken within a year and a half. 2 losses in Illinois, another loss in Fulton County. These MAGA supporters down here don't play around with you, Tiffany Henyard. They're not voting for your dumb ass. They're not playing these games with you. They already got to deal with Candace Owens. They're not dealing with you. Like, no, we got one weirdo over here. We're not dealing with another one. Y'all, you can't make this up. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Jesus.
Getting a lease and things of that nature. She did send that. See? But when when the board decided to schedule a hearing, the email that we sent did not go through. So therefore we have to give her a proper hearing notice. And we did not send that. But again, we had her contact information. We reached out to her. She was very cooperative with the information that was sent. We just have to give her proper notice per code.
So that means we had the wrong
per what
email?
Code?
When you say didn't go through.
Per what code? Per what code again? Because there's no code when it comes to challenging residency. Y'all, this woman is pathetic. Oh, God, we got to get rid of her. This woman right here, Hoppo got to go. Hoppo. You got to go. Hoppo, we can't do this. You're giving us all a headache on this beautiful Saturday. You're giving us a headache. Hoppo, you got to go, Hoppo. Y'all, her name is Hoppo now. I don't care what her real name is. This woman right here, her name is Hoppo. All right? Hoppo got to go. Hashtag Hoppo in the chat. It's time for Hoppo to go. Hoppo got to go. Because Hoppo seems to be working way too closely to Tiffany Henyard for comfort. We don't have time for her bullshit. Not at all. She pulled these same stunts. That woman lies like she breathes air. It's so easy for her. She's a pathological liar. And you're sitting here defending her nonsense and buffoonery. First, you said the email came through. You emailed her. Then the email address came back invalid. What are you talking about? unless you forgot how to spell it. How did it come back invalid after she emailed and responded to you with a copy of her lease? Why didn't you just hit reply all? Please tell me, Hoppo, you did not try to type in her email address again and you misspelled her email address. You can't help but to laugh at the shenanigans of this. You can't help but to laugh at it, because if y'all get mad at it, you're going to have a migraine. All right? So that's why we're laughing at it. We're laughing at Hoppo. We're making fun of her because that's the only way we can get through this. This is so insufferable. It's not even funny because the incompetence of it all. It's the incompetency of it all. How did you manage to email her and that email address came back invalid unless you typed it in and you misspelled it? Hoppo, you got to go, girl.
This person was qualified by the Republican Party. We were able to get the information for her contact information. We advised her. We reached out to her when the challenges came up about getting a lease and things of that nature. She did send that. But when the board decided to schedule a hearing, the email that we sent did not go through. So therefore, we have to give her a proper hearing notice, and we did not send that. But again, we had her contact information. We reached out to her. She was very cooperative with the information that was sent. We just have to give her proper notice per code.
So that means we had the wrong email address? When you say didn't go through?
A typo.
Okay, understood.
Typo. Yeah, because she misspelled her email address. So Hoppo misspelled her email address as opposed to just hitting reply all. She's like, no, let me type it in here because I'm so smart. Jesus Christ. Y'all, this is embarrassing. Please tell me Hoppo is not a Republican. Please tell me that. Because if she is, all the Republicans in Fulton County, y'all need to get it together. Y'all got to get rid of Hoppo. So all the Republicans in Fulton County, y'all got to do something with Hoppo here. She can't spell people's email addresses. What are we doing? She keeps saying per code. What code? Cite the code, woman. Hoppo, cite the code. What code are you talking about? Because the special counselor already said there is no code for this particular situation. So what code are you referring to? Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Hoppo said typo error because she misspelled the email address. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, you can't, boy, this is too good. You can't make this stuff up. Hoppo, you suck. Oh, we got to get rid of Hoppo. This is crazy. This is supposed to be representation of a Republican Party here in Fulton County. Because she going to bat for this. Like she's invested in it, you know? And as opposed to her saying, yes, her email address is fine. I misspelled it. Because I tried to type it in again. And I don't know why I wanted to do that. That was stupid of me. I should have just hit reply all and kept it moving. No. That's what happened. I told you all. Typo error. My ass. God, no. Why did you try to type her email address in there again? Can't you just copy and paste it?
But when when the board decided to schedule a hearing, the email that we sent did not go through. So therefore, we have to give her a proper hearing notice, and we did not send that. But again, we had her contact information. We reached out to her. She was very cooperative with the information that was sent. We just have to give her proper notice per code.
So that means we had the wrong email address? When you say didn't go through?
A typo.
Okay, understood.
A typo. Okay, fail, y'all. Tiffany Henyard at whatever.com. That beat is hard. Tiffany Henyard, what's your email address? We need to clarify that. Lord mercy. Y'all, you can't make this up. Why would it have been so difficult for her to copy and paste it? Copy and paste the email address, Hoppo. Talk about a typo. You misspelled her email address like a typo. Yeah. What? Y'all, thank God for the closed captions. Let's thank God for the closed captions because now we get to read these words on the screen because it's so unbelievable hearing them come out of her mouth. You're supposed to be educated, Hoppo. like a typo. You misspelled her email address. So super stupid. You got one up on somebody. You can just come in and roast her on misspelling your email address if you want. I mean, seriously. This is too funny. Oh, Tiffany, you ought to go live and say, how dare you spell my email address? How dare you misspell I'm the queen of the South suburban area of Chicago. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Fulton County. Okay. I'm the queen of the South area of Fulton County. Bow to me, you subject. Harpo, bow to me. You can't make this up. So you trying to go to bat for her because you misspelled her email address. Y'all see, sometimes you just gotta, just a little patience helps you get to the bottom line, right? That's what this comes down to. She misspelled her email address as opposed to just copying and pasting the email address that was spelled correctly the first time or hitting reply all. She was like, no, I'm a big girl. I can do this. I'm grown up now. Let me type the email address flat out and see how great my memory is. All to a typo. All of this are to cover up a typo. You can't make this stuff up.
So it was a technical problem, which that is not actual notice of it didn't go through.
Got it.
I would suggest that we email, but also even do snail mail.
Yeah.
And just send it to the post office as well, so we can verify that we send it both ways.
And then what about the timing? We're coming up on the
election. Look, why not send a FedEx and then send the news out there and then call her? Do a video call. Let's set up a Zoom call hearing. That way we can have her recorded in a video acknowledging this. There are a myriad of ways to do this. Let's reach out to her on Facebook, Instagram. Let's get a couple YouTubers to give her a heads up as well, because she still watches. Let's send something out to Lady Luck Club and Jay Witt and Hannibal is Hungry and Nate the Lawyer. They're going to pay attention. Classy, what's his name? They'll let her know. How many more ways can we create communication to make sure she knows to take her ass to this next hearing? Tiffany Henyard, go to the hearing on April 20th. The end. You're a grown woman. Get Cabal to watch the child, pick her up from school, take your ass to the hearing. She was on spring break this week, was she not? So April 9th was spring break in Fulton County. Why is it that she needed childcare? So Kamal couldn't watch her at all. God. You can't make this stuff up. All apologies, College Jones said, all apologies on welfare from us. Yep. Send it by Sheriff taping it to her door while recording it. Exactly. They can have her served. Fulton County sheriffs will go out there and serve her ass. We're going to serve you this hearing for a meeting. Something to do with Fulton County Commissioner, blah, blah, blah. Just sign here, ma'am. You can't make this up.
What is the timing implication of when she needs to have this kind of resolved?
Well,
this is so dumb.
At this point, so the board has the power to hold a qualification hearing at any time before the election. It could be the day before the election. At this point, the ballots have already gone to be printed. I'm not sure when those are coming back. So there are procedures if someone is disqualified after the ballots are printed. So I think those procedures are going to take effect whether you have the hearing this week, next week, or the following. But obviously, advanced voting, I can't remember what date that is. And the UOCAVA ballots. So there is a chance the further you put it out that if someone is disqualified, that some of those absentee ballots may have already gone out, or some of the UOCAVA ballots have already gone out, and those votes would not count. So that is one risk, even though you have the authority to wait, all the way up until the election, advanced voting, absentee, all of that, won't have the notices if you do decide that she's not qualified.
Any other questions?
Painful. Any other questions?
At this
Where's
meeting, though, we
Hannibal?
should determine first a motion with regard to continuing the hearing. because it's set for today. So we need a
Why do y'all sound like they have no idea, except for Member Adams and the gentleman? The rest of them sound as if they have no idea how to conduct a meeting. Like they don't know what's going on or what to do. They may not even know what day of the week it is. Who knows? They're still trying to figure out, are we in April? It's April. Y'all, did Easter pass by? We passed Easter, right? I just want to clarify with the rest of the members. Did we have Easter? Did we have and I think we should also clarify if we've already had to set our clocks 1 hour ahead of time. Yeah, so we've done that already. Okay, cool. That's y'all. That's what we are here. You got all these people trying to figure out what month are we in? What's the day of the week? Is it Monday or Friday? Did we establish if it was daytime or nighttime? I need to know. I'm past my nap. How do they sound so incompetent? They have no idea what's going on. Yeah, this is so ridiculous.
motion for that.
I'd like to make a motion that we continue this hearing based on not having enough information and Ms. Henyard saying that she doesn't have enough notice.
Yeah.
I'd like to make, I would like to, the
Adams
motion
is
is
very-
to have a special meeting.
Member Adams is not happy about this at all. She was like, yeah, because Ms. Henyard is saying she doesn't have enough information, blah, blah, blah. She might as well just end that sentence with, and yada, yada, yada. Oh, she is so not happy. This will be the third meeting, by the way, of this level of stupidity, because this woman over here, Hoppo, could not spell her email address correctly. That's what this is coming down to, people. Hoppo misspelled her email address.
Next Thursday at 11.
Well,
And-
first, let's do the motion to continue for continuance,
Okay,
separate from a
motion
date.
to continue.
All right,
Second.
motion to continue.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, it's unanimous. And let's check to see, Ms. Adams has proposed next Thursday, but let me look at my
16th.
calendar.
I will be out of town.
Let me look at my calendar.
Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
So,
They got the, oh Lord, you got to look at
and
your calendar in real time.
Because I have doctor appointments.
Do they not have laptops? What is going on? Y'all see this level of buffoonery? This is what happens in politics, people. Stupid things. You can make this up. He's the only one over here with a laptop. Where are their laptops at? She's digging in her purse like the old granny that she is. Y'all, she's looking for a peppermint. Hold on, baby. I gotta get my peppermint out. Yeah, let me go in my purse and check my calendar. What are you doing? You can't pull up your calendar on your phone. Yo, this is so ratchet. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. Oh,
Okay. Member Selby, what's your availability?
this is embarrassing as hell.
Okay. And I'm going to have to
Technical
look to find out
difficulties.
mine as well.
And I'll remind everyone that Wednesday is a state election board meeting.
Oh my God, the council is like, what the heck is happening up there?
I
Y'all,
have to
this is
check mine,
unbelievable.
too. Just a second. Let's take a minute to check our calendars. I did get my.
This has got to be the craziest thing. All that to get her phone. Why didn't you have your phone out and ready? Yeah, she digging in three different bags. I think she's pulled out her wallet. Like, what the heck is happening? See, hold on, let me pull my peppermint in. Y'all, oh God. You can imagine this woman in the lines of McDonald's trying to get a meal. And she just digging in like 3 different bags and then pull out 2 different wallets. Then realize, oh, shoot, I left my card in the car. It's in the car. I'll be back. Oh, this is so ratchet. This is ratchet as hell.
Yeah, Saturday, actually.
God help us all.
That's fine. I can do that.
Yeah, I left my car in the car.
That's the 20th. We at the hub.
Did somebody just burp?
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Anyone have any objection to Monday, the 20th at 11? What about you, Attorney Pashuta?
Yeah, that works with me.
Okay, so can we get a motion for Monday, April 20th at 11 a.m. to have the special called meeting for candidate Tiffany Henyard?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we continue this meeting and meet on Monday, April 20th at 11 a.m. at the Elections Hub for
Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard. Your meeting is on Monday, April 20th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Elections Hub. Get your ass up and go to that meeting. No one has time for this bullshit, okay? You can blame Harpo for the email thing because she misspelled your email address. But you're a grown-ass woman. Take the baby to school and then go to the Elections Hub. Your meeting will be at 11 a.m. on April 20th, the year of our Lord 2026. Do you understand? She's not that damn retarded.
our candidate, Tiffany Henyard.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, it's unanimous. And
Ugh.
we'll make sure that it goes out both, and hopefully by today, mail.
Yeah, we'll get it on social media, Facebook, YouTube. I'll put a thumbnail up. The news probably will talk about it. Somebody send her this YouTube channel link. It's on the Fulton County Board of Elections website on their YouTube channel. And then to do the timestamp as well. And then hopefully they'll call and email. And then they will not type in her email address. They'll just copy and paste it. Oh my God. You can't make this up.
And an email and a personal call, because if she could to personally call and to let her also
good
know,
grief.
but document all those three ways. Okay. I don't have
Call,
any
email,
other
mailer.
matters that I'm aware of.
Are y'all
Is
done?
there a motion to adjourn?
No, ma'am, but I do have, if I can take a personal privilege, just have one comment. I would like to vocalize my disappointment in the rhetoric around having elections at the Islamic Center.
Okay, I'm done. So all of this came down to y'all. Tiffany Henyard, your meeting is April 20th at 11 a.m. We're not in the mood for you. Okay? We're just not. I was watching something earlier today. It was what happened in here? Hold on. Yeah, here it is. We're not in the mood. So I want to make sure a thumbnail is up on my next video. Girl, go to this damn meeting and stop playing games. You're too old and too grown. No one should be making the level of excuses that they've made for you in this stupid ass meeting. It is Harpo's fault for misspelling your email address. But that's about it. You found out watching a TV program or YouTube because, Lord knows she still watches us. You know about this meeting. You're going to get all of this. Is going to be all over YouTube. You will not have an excuse. And if Fulton County Board of Elections continues to display this level of incompetence, we're voting every last one of you morons out, and we don't have time for this anymore. Plus special counsel, you will go as well. This was so embarrassing. Oh, this is embarrassing as hell. It's like she coming out here playing fiddle with them. What's going on, DSA? How you doing, y'all? I Maggie says U.S. boots on ground. Where's these really boots, child? Who knows? What the Wislam? What? Child, I have no idea what that woman was talking about. I hope LA Pink goes in on Harpo. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. So that meeting was a complete shit show, and it was embarrassing to know that this woman was trying to pass all of this off on a typo error. No, she misspelled somebody's email address, and that was it. That's what it came down to. Here is a news clip regarding Chris Gonzalez, who was a trustee up there in Thornton Township, I believe. He died. This is crazy.
The South Suburban trustee who repeatedly raised concerns about corruption and cronyism has died. Chris Gonzalez was the trustee in Thornton Township. He was the sole voice on the township board who questioned spending and management under former supervisor Tiffany Henyard. The current township supervisor said Gonzalez approached the job with integrity, compassion, and a genuine desire to make a difference. A friend tells us Gonzalez was in his 50s and died of a heart attack.
I want them to do a autopsy. I hope they get an autopsy done, because I don't know. That sounds so weird. Like out of nowhere. He died of a heart attack.
Less than a year after getting sworn in for his second term in Thornton Township, trustee Christopher
This
Gonzalez
is crazy.
has died suddenly.
This is a huge blow to Thornton Township.
At the age of 53, Gonzalez, who spent years serving the public in the south suburbs, passed away Tuesday morning from a heart attack.
This is a man who
it's
was a
Saturday.
former Thornton.
What? Why am I just not finding out about this? It's Saturday. I just saw this video right before I went live. He passed away on Tuesday? Meanwhile, Super Stupid down here creating a whole debacle over her residency, when she could have just waited to the next election area and ran for anything else and not have her residency challenged, because this is so dumb. This man had a heart attack. They need to do an autopsy. That sounds so weird and fishy to me.
Township assessor. He was also a police officer with both South Suburban College and Calumet City. So he's on his second term as trustee. So service has been his name.
Gonzalez stepped into the forefront in his first term. He was an outspoken critic of then town supervisor Tiffany Henyard. In fact, he spearheaded the boycott, which stalled township meetings as he pushed for accountability with spending.
The community lost a great advocate.
Former trustee Stephanie Wiederman worked closely with Gonzalez. She even served on the board in Henyard's final time in office.
So it always was a balance with us. You know, I was at one extreme and he was at the other, and we would find a way to meet in the middle. And so our conversations during that time were always about negotiating what we thought was best for the collective.
I've known Chris now for maybe 5 years, and he's always done what's right.
Nikita Cloud was Gonzalez's publicist. She tells me he enjoyed life and public service. News of a heart attack is hard to believe.
I didn't hear a history of, illness.
Wait, she was his publicist? He had a publicist? He was 53. Who Mike Jones said more fly allegations on the Superman. Child, she up here in Fulton County just running amok over there. Then you got some random hopper woman that's misspelling her email address. What did he need a publicist? I wonder what Nate the lawyer is thinking of her running. He with Rosa. Oh, he's been doing some reporting on her. Flat out, he's gone over the legal parameters regarding her legal residency as well. So Nate LaLoy, you guys go make sure you check him out. He's been on top of it. He's like, I can't believe this. How old was he? He was 53. Did he take the vax? Lots of people develop heart conditions, didn't even know it. I have no idea. They need to do an autopsy, because this is so weird.
Or anything like that. I've been to somebody you're around all the time. So here
I just feel uneasy about this.
Which
they need to do an
taking
autopsy.
care of yourself. He leaves behind a longtime girlfriend, 4 children, and a mother, and a legacy many say is unmatched.
Doing the right thing 100% of the time.
I think Chris had an understanding of what our residents needed and found ways to provide that, even if it was just in his voice.
A voice silenced but never forgotten. In Thornton Township, Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
They need to do an autopsy. I don't know. I just don't get a good feeling about it. I feel weird. I feel really weird that he just had a heart attack and died. He was 53. And he just came back from vacation. Like, I feel so weird about that. I feel so weird about that. Hopefully they get an autopsy done, because this doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of weird things been happening. Super Stupid managed to come down here and run amok. Then I think some things went with her father or something like that. Now Chris Gonzalez died of a heart attack. Like all these random weird things happen. Child, that's something else. That's something else. All right, y'all. That's all we got on this. I just wanted to, go over this information with you all. Super Stupid is back, and so are we on, reporting on her, because that's what's gonna happen. We stand on top of it. Girl, you got to hear it April 20th at 11 a.m. You have no excuse. None. Go to the damn hearing and keep it moving. We already know she's not going to go to this man's funeral. So go to the hearing, keep living, and move on. If you did the right thing regarding your residency, it'll play out that way. If not, then it'll come out. It is what it is. Stop hiding, ducking, and dodging from this stuff. We ain't got time for this shit. Y'all, this is so crazy. And it's embarrassing that they entertained this buffoonery. And she, somehow was able to get the approval from the Republican Party in Fulton County. Man, they got to do better. Oh, boy. Got to do better. Because y'all letting this girl come in and just take over a position all because, $1 billion budget. Not that she really cares about Republicans or anything. Can't make this up. But I appreciate you all so much. Thank y'all for the support. Make sure you guys hit that like button and tune in, and make sure you have the notifications turned on. We have 2 live streams scheduled for tomorrow to go over the FBI plea deals of her lackeys, Keith Freeman and Louis Lacey, who are going to be giving up some pertinent information over to the feds. Yeah, I'm sure it's related to her as well, because she was under FBI investigation, and that has not gone away. It is what it is. So, thank y'all so much. Hit the like button, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.